Time now for a segment we like to call Money Matters Monday. July marks the halfway point of the calendar year, and it's the perfect time, honestly, to financially reflect on what's ahead, what's already passed, what is to come. Have I saved enough? How much have I spent so far? Where am I in reaching my goals? Is it too late? Well, there's a simple answer to that last question. It's never too late. That's what our next guest has to say. Chris Shreves is the president and CEO of Circle of Advisors. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
You're going to keep this simple for us. We got 5 points. I like it. Number one, sounds big, but I think if you set your mind to it, you can accomplish it. Reassess that 2019 budget. Just sort of see where it stands. Right?
It's really important because a lot of people put a budget together or they don't put a budget together, and that's even worse, right? But they never go back to it to see where they're actually at and how they need to adjust things in order to be able to either improve what they were trying to do in the first place or find out where they've fallen short and where they can change to make it better.
Right. One component of that budget, I would have to imagine, would be number 2 on the list, which is the emergency fund. How's the emergency fund look halfway through the year?
Yeah, well, you might have had a tragedy and you spent some money, so you need to start trying to change your lifestyle a little bit to make up for that.
Yep.
But you need to have at least 3 to 6 months, sitting on the sidelines for that particular situation.
3 to 6 months of expenses.
Correct.
Yeah, which means you got to know what you spend in 3 to 6 months. That goes back to the original budgeting point.
Yeah,
too.
and if you got a raise, you might want to put more money away for retirement. Right. Maybe pay less taxes because you got a raise, so you put some into your retirement plan. You might have gotten an inheritance or something like that.
Sure.
So all of that stuff plays into why you would want to engage on that.
Very good. Number 3, and this has been an important one for me for the last few years because it keeps changing. Review your beneficiaries. Have there been any big changes in your family?
That's a big one. If you've gotten married and you didn't have your spouse on there, if you had a child and you want them to be the contingent beneficiary,
right.
You may have lost a spouse or a family member that was on your policy and they're set up to be the primary beneficiary and you die and now it goes into probate because there's no contingent.
Right.
So.
And in the heat of those moments, that's the last thing you think about. But the reality is financially, it needs to be way up on your priority
Very,
list.
very common though, I'm telling you.
Yep. Number 4, consider buying more insurance. What do you mean by that?
Well, you might want to buy insurance Insurance isn't just bought today just to put you in the ground.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But you might want to buy an insurance policy to retire with because you can actually take cash out of an insurance policy at retirement tax-free.
Right.
So those are might be one reason.
A lot of different tools in that
Check your
toolbox.
homeowner's insurance, on your house. You might want to up it a little bit because property values have gone up a little bit.
And
so
lastly,
you're short.
You might want to contribute a little more to your retirement fund if you've got the money to do it. Right?
Look, if you can put money away for retirement, it's a lot easier to do it now than to wish you would have, later on. It's a sick feeling in your stomach. So
true. So true. Look at that. We did that in about 3 minutes. 5 points. Think about those, and you'll see where you stand this year. Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate it. If you'd like to get in touch with a Securus advisor for a free consultation, you can call them 636-720-1900. or 800-720-4252, or check them out on the web, circleofadvisors.com.